class. It's going to be a beginner class with the mini ball. So if you have your ball, go grab it and we're going to get going. Before we start, I just want to remind you to always listen to your body. If anything feels wrong or twingy, maybe back off or do a little bit smaller range of motion. So, but yeah, let's get going. We're going to start on our backs. We're going to put the ball at our knees. So from here, finding that neutral spine. Remember, the most important thing in Pilates is keeping the spine in the right spot, protecting it and strengthening everything around it. So we're going to, with the arms down at the side, start with our imprint. So I want you to exhale, press your low back down, and then inhale, come to neutral spine. Exhale, press, and come to neutral spine. And press, neutral spine. Now keeping neutral spine right here, we're going to put our hands on our rib cage and take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, pull the belly button to your spine without it moving. And then feel that rib cage come together. Inhale, release. Exhale. Inhale, release. Exhale. Inhale. Now we're going to add the ball. So you're going to pull the belly button in, close the rib cage, and then squeeze the ball. So here we go. Deep breath in. Exhale. Inhale, let everything go. Still holding neutral spine. Exhale. Now this time, fill your lungs even more. And as we exhale, we're going to empty to the very corner, the very bottom of our lungs. So abs, rib cage, ball. Last one. That's it. Hands come down by your sides and we're going to bridge. So exhale as you roll up one vertebrae at a time. Pause at the top to inhale. And then exhale one vertebrae at a time. Roll back down. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale up. Inhale at the top. Find that Pilates scoop right here. You can really pull those abs in. One more. Going into the 100. So if you want to keep your feet here, you can. The great thing about the ball for a beginner class is it can always come behind your head. So I'm going to keep the ball here today. If you want to keep the legs on the floor, feet flat on the floor, that's fine. I'm going to bring mine to tabletop. We're going to inhale for 5 pulses and exhale for 5. Job. Knees come into your chest, give it a little hug. We're going to go right into single leg stretch. So remember on this one, you want abs in nice and tight. I'm going to keep my head down on the ball the whole time. You're going to bring the right hand to the right ankle as the left leg extends, and then switch. Now, if you ever start to feel this in your low back, you need to kick your legs up towards the ceiling more. That's going to take any pressure off of your back and still work the core. So let's inhale, exhale. One more each leg. And let that rest for just a second. Alternating kicks. Again, we want the legs to go as straight as possible. Just give a little stretch and switch. Only lower the legs as far as you can and still keep your spine from moving. So if it's too low and we're having shifting through the hips, that's bad. Do a smaller range. Exhaling every time you pull the leg. Good, bring the knees into your chest. We're going to go into a double leg stretch. So on this one, your arms are going to shoot by your ears as your legs extend. So we're only going to do 6. You inhale, reach. Exhale, wrap it around. Inhale, reach. Exhale, wrap it around. You should feel those abs nice and tight as everything lengthens. Reach it up. One more. Nice. Okay, now for the crisscross, we're going to set the ball off to the side. Hands support your head, and we go opposite shoulder to knee. Now, to make it easier, kick your feet up to the ceiling. And if you want to start making it harder, you can start lowering those legs. Keep going. And let it rest. We're going to take the ball to the knees, and we're going to do a reverse crunch. And I love the reverse crunch because it hits the low abs, so right between the hip bones, about 2 to 3 inches below your belly button. So for this, I want your arms in the air, because a lot of times if our arms are on the ground, we engage that to help lift higher, and I don't want any energy in the upper body. So arms come up. All we do is imprint and release to neutral spine. Let's do it again. Imprint and release. Relaxing your head, neck, and shoulders. All of that energy goes to the abs, low abs. One more. Awesome job. Okay, set the ball off to the side. We're going to work the obliques just a little bit. So I want you on your side. Your body's in a straight line, and we're going to keep the head down today. So from here, we're going to lift and lower both legs for 10. Trying to keep those feet together. Now just the top leg for 10. Keep the legs parallel. Now the bottom to the top leg. Nice job. We're going to switch sides. So take it up and over to the other side. Again, your body's in a straight line. Relax the head, neck, and shoulders. Feet stay together, and we're going to lift and lower both legs. Now just the top leg. You should be feeling that on that top side, the obliques. And of course the legs, which is always good. Now bring the bottom leg to the top. Nice. Now onto your stomach, we're going to go right into your back work. So relaxing your head on your hands. You're going to bend one knee. I want you to flex that foot, keeping the hips down. Try to get the leg, the whole thigh off your mat, and then back down. So exhale, lift. Now as you lift, you might feel it on the opposite side of your low back. That's normal, that's a good thing. Now switch legs. Relax that leg down, bend the other, flex your foot, and take that heel straight up to the ceiling. Let that rest. Now we're going to do both legs. So you're going to bring the heels together and your knees turn out to the corners of your mat. Squeezing the glutes this time, you're going to keep the hips down and try to lift both knees off the mat. If that's really challenging, just do one leg at a time. Still in turnout, we hit slightly different muscles. Relax those shoulders, and you can relax your head down on your hands if you'd like. Good, we're going to let those legs relax. You're going to bring your arms down to your side, and I want you to think of holding an orange underneath your chin. That way we don't get too much cervical flexion. We're going to keep it nice and long through our head. The first thing I want you to do is squeeze the shoulder blades. Just retract them, bring them together. That's your exhale. Inhale, lower it down. Exhale, squeeze the shoulder blades. Lengthen through the top of your head and lower down. Exhale, lift. Okay, now, if that's challenging enough, stay there and continue to just squeeze as you lift and then lower. If you want to make it harder, as you come up, squeeze the shoulder blades and then slide your hands down towards your knees. And you're going to feel that go the whole length of your spine. Inhale, lower. Exhale, shoulder blades first, squeeze. And stretch the hands towards the knees. And then lower down. One more. Very good. Now pull back into child's pose. Stretch that out. And you should feel the whole back side of your body. Such a good exercise. Okay, we're going to go into plank. And remember with plank, I don't care if you feel the upper body, the shoulders, the arms, the upper back holding. You can feel your legs and of course your abs and obliques. But I don't ever want you to feel your low back. So if you feel your low back, I want you to stop and stretch it out. Today I'm going to keep this on my knees. Feel free to take it up onto your toes. So we're going to slide or keep the shoulders over the elbows. And make sure when you're on your knees that you're not here. We don't want butts up. So that doesn't mean your abs are working. You want to tuck that tailbone under and then hold that really tight. And we're going to do an alternating leg lift. So exhale, inhale, switch. Like I said, if you want to do half on your knees, half up on your toes, that's awesome. That's how we get stronger. And then your knee tap. So from here, you just lift one knee off and then switch. Pull that belly button away from the floor. Now the toe tap out to the side. Good job. Pull back into child's pose. Stretch that out and we're going to do side plank. So again, staying on the bottom knee, you have your shoulder over your elbow. If you need to put your hand on the floor for extra support, that's okay. I'm going to keep my hand on my hip And we're gonna lower the hip towards the floor and then take that rib cage high up to the ceiling. Lower it down and lift. And switch sides. That's great. Filling out those obliques. It's a good way to strengthen the core. So again, shoulder over the elbow, my bottom knee is bent, hand on your hip, and then lift. Good. Okay, coming back down onto your side, we're gonna go into glute work and strengthen the hips for a minute. So if you need the ball, it can go underneath your head. That can actually be really comfy if you have any neck issues. I want you to bring your bottom leg forward towards the front of your mat and your glutes to the back of your mat. And from here, this is all about your spine. Top of your head down to your tailbone. Can you hold that still while this leg is moving? So I don't want to see any shifting through the shoulders or the hips as we move the leg. If that's happening, you're moving too big. So slow it down, abs in, shoulders relax, and that leg's gonna come front to back. Relax the upper body, keep that core really tight. So this leg is trying to throw everything out, and that's where you work that core. Now your kick. Now we're going to bring the leg down for glute med. So we're going to internally rotate. So that means your toes go to the floor and your heel goes up. And we're just going to do a small pulse. Abs in. You should be feeling that. Now bend the knee and pulse. Good job. Now onto your back, you're going to stretch that out. So you're going to do the ankle on the knee and bring both knees into the chest. Whichever leg you just worked, that's the foot that comes up. Hold that stretch, and then we're going to take it up and over to the other side. Okay, take your ball with you. Onto your side. Relaxing your head down. You want that bottom foot forward and your glutes to the back of your mat. We're going to start with that swing. So find that core tight, top of your head to your tailbone. Inhale forward, exhale back. Now your kick. Relax the shoulders. Now internal rotation. So hip height, toes down, heel up, let's pulse. Now bend the knee and you're still turned in and pulse. Make sure as you do this one that it's not a kick. That knee stays bent the whole time. It's a lift from the glutes. And stretch that out. So onto your back, do the figure 4, ankle on the knee, bring the knees into the chest. Open up that hip, nice job. Okay, now one of my favorite things with the ball is we're going to take it up underneath your hips. So you want to have it right at your glutes, so kind of at your sacrum, right between the cheeks there. And then you're going to bring your legs up into the air. Now as we do this, right off the bat, you feel how you're shaky on the ball. That's a good thing. That means you're working all the little stabilizers through the core. If you need to for balance to keep your hands down, that's okay. But if you can, try to lift your hands up and eventually arms go into the air. So today I'm just going to keep my elbows down and we're going to start with toe taps. So if you want, put your hands on your abs and feel how they engage as the leg goes down and then back up. Now from here, straighten both legs up. We're going to do that little scissor kick again. So pull and switch. If you need to, keep one hand on the floor, that's okay. But I love this because there's nothing going on with the low back. It's completely supported so you can focus on the abs and that stretch. Now for frogs. Heels together, knees and toes turn out. Put your hands on your abs and pull the belly button in so you feel that scoop. Now from here, you're going to lengthen your legs out and only go as far as you can and not let the abs pop out. So you want to keep that tight. Inhale, bring it back. So you're going to squeeze and wrap the inner thighs. Inhale, bring it in. Feel those abs work. Two more. Okay, legs go up in the air. This is called the helicopter. And on this, we do a scissor. The legs counterbalance and rotate around. And then you bring the legs back together to close the scissor. Now we reverse. Scissor, counterbalance around, back together, and reverse. We're just going to keep it slow today. Energy out your legs as you rotate around. If you want to externally rotate, you can. That's great. Keep going. And again, if you want to bring your hands off the mat. That's it. Bring those knees into your chest. And then we're going to do one that strengthens the feet, the arches, and the ankles. So legs go up, just flex and point. Now we're going to externally rotate, so turn the toes out, keep going. Now toes turned in. Oh man, it's like fire down through my ankles and my shins. Oh my goodness, so good. Wow. So I'm going to kick my feet, kind of let the blood flow back to my feet for just a second. That was really good. Okay, and then bringing your feet down, I want to do just a couple of stretches here. So you're going to take one leg up in the air, and because your back is supported with the ball, you can completely focus on that hamstring. So getting that knee straight, I want you to really flex your toes towards your nose and just give it a little pull. Feel the legs shake. My leg's totally shaking here. always breathing. Let's switch sides. Take it up, flex your foot. That's good. Total shake going on here. Okay, now the figure four. So you're going to do the ankle on the knee and then bring the knees into your chest to deepen it. And again, with the ball at the hips, it feels really good to just dig into that piriformis there. Open that up. And then we'll switch legs. Ankle on the knee, knees come into your chest. And then the hip flexor. So you're going to bring one knee into your chest, lengthen the other leg down on the floor, and you're going to feel that all the way up. If you pull your belly button in, that's going to deepen it in that stretch. So let's just breathe. That's it. Switch legs, lengthen the leg out, pull the other knee in, and breathe. And then we're going to take the last few minutes and just roll the ball along your spine. So you're going to wiggle down along your mat and just let the ball be kind of a little mini massage. Side to side, front to back, all the way up. Now it will roll your clothing in the ball and your hair, so just be aware of that as you're shifting along. And if you find a good spot, or you know a spot right between the shoulder blades that you can help open up the chest, that just you need that stretch, go there, do it, that's great. Side to side, and then eventually we end with the ball at our neck, and this is the best. You're just going to rock your head from ear to ear. Let it stretch, let it open. Oh, so good. Good for range of motion. Good stretches. And constantly breathing. So much better. And there you have it. A quick full body workout with the mini ball. Thank you for joining me. Till next time.